Welcome. You ready to go for the try level shoulders? Let's get started with wall presses. That's level 2 and level 3. Level 3 is the Y wall presses, and level 1 is reverse presses. All three of these are doing the same thing. You are squeezing your shoulder blades together. Even the Y wall press, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together as you press back into the wall. A couple things to keep in mind. With all three of these, you want not too much engagement in the abdominals. In the level 1, you definitely don't want any engagement. Level 2 and level 3, you only want enough abs to keep your back in a neutral position. Beyond that, you don't need to clamp down really hard. So you're pressing and releasing in all three of these. It's a great way to open up the chest, strengthen those back muscles that you have been neglecting all day long by sitting. Just about done, ready for the next one. Let's move on to snow angels, side lateral raises, and off-wall side lateral raises. All three are the same motion, with the exception of level 3, you are actually reaching back toward the wall, making it a little harder. Level 1 is just like when you're a kid, you're making snow angels in the snow, palms down, you flip at shoulder level and then go all the way up with the palms up. Level 2 and level 3, you're starting with the palms facing in, and as you come up to shoulder level, you're going to flip your palms up and then continue all the way up. Only move to level 3 if you can maintain abdominal contraction as you are lifting the arms up over your head. If your lower back hyperextends, then you're probably going a little bit too far. So this is a great exercise to hit the range of motion of the shoulder, which is abduction, and then to gradually start to strengthen those shoulders in a very safe way. Just about done with this one, and we are moving on to elbow curls. Okay, so on your back for level 1, sitting down for level 2, and on your hands and knees for level 3. For level 3, we're going to need to switch arms halfway through, so get ready for that in about 30 seconds. Level 1 is very relaxed. You're not necessarily squeezing anything. You're just trying to touch your elbows together, and then you're trying to touch your elbows toward the floor. Level 2, you're keeping a slight pinch in your shoulder blades the whole time. Even as you bring your elbows toward each other, you're keeping that pinch. And then level 3, go ahead and switch sides if you're doing level 3. Level 3, you're touching the elbow to the other elbow. So the bent elbow touches the inside of the straight elbow. And in level 2, again, just like the first two exercises, you only want enough abdominal engagement to keep your back in a neutral position. Other than that, you don't need to really clamp down on the abs too hard. Just about done with this one. And let's move on to the next exercise, which is chest flies. Now, if you want to do a level 3, you can do a cable pulley, which is fine. That's more of a workout, less of a balancing exercise. Level 1 and level 2 are the same here, though, just with or without weights. So either way, you're going to keep your elbows straight. Your range of motion is all the way to the floor and then all the way touching each other. Keeping the elbows straight the entire time. When you get in touching, now you can do this for level 1 and level 2. When you get in touching, you can give a little squeeze. That's going to give your pecs and your front of your shoulders a little bit of a workout. So that's that additional strength at the end range of the motion. So go ahead and keep going. You're almost done here. You got about less than 10 seconds here. You can start with one weight, and if it gets too heavy, you can drop that weight, do a drop set, or you can completely get rid of the weight. Go ahead and flip over face down. This is prone arm raises. Level 1, you're going to do one arm at a time. Level 2, you're doing 2 arms at a time. And level 3, you're doing both arms at the same time with weights. And again, you can start with weights and then drop the weights, or start with 2 arms and then drop to 1 arm. So if you're on level 1, one arm, keep the elbow straight. You're going to switch in a minute, less than a minute. All 3 of them, you're going to keep the arms straight, lock out the tricep. Level 1, go ahead and switch arms. First thing that's moving is the shoulder blade. You're bringing the shoulder blades toward the spine. And then once you can get the shoulder blade toward the spine, then you're going to go ahead and lift up the hands. If you're on level 1 and you can't get the shoulder blade toward the spine, then you're just going to move the shoulder blade and not even worry about lifting the hands. This one, there's no level 3. Level 1 is rotator cuff. Level 2 is sitting rotator cuff. And from here, the number one thing also here is the shoulder blade positioning. So in level 1, you're actually going to initiate this movement with the shoulder blade, and then move the arm after you get the shoulder blade to move. There's a shot of the back here. Level 1, go ahead and switch arms. And now if you're doing level 2, you're just holding a constant contraction. Those shoulder blades are pinched the whole time, and you are externally rotating the arms. You're trying to touch the hands to the wall, but number 1 is keep those shoulder blades pinched together. Keep those shoulders dropped down. This is a lot of hard work here, harder than it looks. Move the stool forward off the wall if you're in level 2. Arm circles. So level 1 is shoulder rolls. Level 2 is arm circles. Level 3 is arm circles on your hands and knees. With the arm circles, you want to keep the elbows straight. We're rotating forward first. For the hands and knees arm circles, we're going to switch in a second because we're only doing one arm at a time. We're going to have to switch arms before the other exercise. Hands and knees, go ahead and switch. So level 3, switch arms. Elbows are straight, palms are down. If you're on your hands and knees, the thumb is pointed down and the palm is pointed behind you. Shoulder rolls, keep it nice and easy on the level 1. Keep it nice and easy. Just very simple roll. You're not letting anything get up into the neck. And if you're trying the level 2, the arm circles, and it does go into the neck, okay, let's go ahead and switch directions. So shoulder rolls backwards, arm circles backwards with the palm up. And then hands and knees, arm circles, your thumb is pointed toward the ceiling. If this starts going into your neck and you're doing level 2, or even if you're doing level 1, make the circles smaller. And if you're doing level 2, drop your hands down toward the floor. And we're almost ready to switch if you are on level 3. Okay, level 3, go ahead and switch to the left arm. And again, we're going thumb up toward the ceiling, elbows straight, backward circles. Good, keep the arms straight. Shoulders, if they're getting tired, a very common compensation is to shrug up into the neck. Keep it out of the neck. Keep it in the shoulders. Keep your elbows straight. If you have to drop your hands down lower to do this, that's totally fine. If you're in level 1 and you have to make the circles smaller, that's fine as well. All right, let's switch to the next exercise. Goalposts and wall glides. So goalposts for level 1 and 2 are the same. Notice I'm doing a few floor glides here. If you're able to touch your hands to the floor in level 1 in the goalposts, and you're not quite ready to go into the sitting goalposts, then you can start going into floor glides. So there's that whole spectrum there as far as progressions. The goalposts for level 2, your goal is to try to get your wrists to the wall, not necessarily just your fingers, but actually your wrists. Once you're at wrists on the wall, then you can start bringing your hands up the wall, keeping your elbows and wrists touching the wall the entire time. Now again, if you want to try starting with level 3 and it gets too hard, drop down to a level 2. If that gets too hard, drop down to a level 1. That's completely fine. That's called a drop set. Okay, let's move on to the last shoulder exercise, pullovers. So level 1 is interlaced fingers, elbows straight. You want to be able to touch the floor without forcing it. Level 2, you may not be able to see, but I have a little dumbbell there in between the hands. So you want to hold the heads of the dumbbell. Level 3, you're going with just a strap or a belt or anything like that, and you're going straight arms up over your head. Start wide like I am here. You're going to come up. If you can come up and touch your hands to the wall, then you can very slowly start bringing your hands closer and closer together until they're the same width as they are in the level 1 and the level 2 pullovers. So again, start with level 3, drop down to 2, drop down to 1 if you need to, and progress systematically as you are ready. And you are all done with the shoulder level.